Whoa, a tree!
Thank you for sharing.
You're welcome. Thanks, I did a good job.
I guess Yuri's done for the day.
I'm trying to tell that to myself.
So, who would like to go next? Natsuki?
Why should I go before TCC?
Because you've been in this club longer, you weenie.
It's not like I can compare to you guys anyway. Might as well let TCC lower everyone's standards before I go.
Damn.
Natsuki! Get her out of here, Monica.
Natsuki!
Monica hastens to chastise her, shooting me a sympathizing look.
That was kind of rude, don't you think? You should apologize to TCC.
It was like super rude. Could you imagine being the new guy in the club, sharing your poems, and then one of the people?
Natsuki's like, yeah.
Oh.
Natsuki's face turns red as the girls all turn to look at her. I decide to spare Natsuki from the embarrassment. Hey, it's really no big deal. I'll end up going at some point anyway, might as well do it now. Thing is, I don't have much of a selection to choose from. I'll just have to go with what I wrote for today. I stand up and step in front of the podium.
What's so funny?
Just
What's
a selection of words that we use to make the poem.
Oh, man.
Oh, yes, like the Madlib's garbage we do.
Everyone has their eyes on me, making me feel terribly awkward.
Man, that'd be so funny if we go back and, like, piece together all those words and actually read it. That'd be awesome.
I take a deep breath. In my head, I repeat to myself the advice Monica gave to Sayori. Try to imagine you're alone, like you're reciting it to yourself. Alone. My house is the first thing that comes to mind when I think of being alone.
Because this is anime and my parents are dead.
The scene rapidly develops in my head, like I'm recalling a recent memory. I'm sitting alone at my desk. The dim light hanging from the ceiling gives a warmth to the room. In front of me is the poem I had just finished, the ink from my pen still fresh on the page. I pick up the notebook and begin reciting it out loud. While I'm not the most confident in it, I still try and put energy into it. I can almost hear my voice echoing off my bedroom walls.
As I screaming. Screaming the poem.
Suddenly, there's people at the door. Everyone wonders what's going on in this room.
The medic is called.
As I finish, the sound of applause pulls me out of my daydream. I'm back in the club room, standing at the podium while the girls politely applaud my performance.
That was good, TCC.
I wish we would have found out the name of the poem.
Yeah, right?
That would have been fun.
I guess.
Oh, don't be so hard on yourself. I don't think it's your writing abilities, but rather your lack of confidence that weighs you down. That's something that'll improve over time, though, so don't worry.
Yeah, okay. Thanks.
Alright then. That just leaves you, Natsuki.
Yeah. I'm going. As she says this, Natsuki begrudgingly gets out of her seat and makes her way to the podium.
She's such a jerk.
The poem is called... Stop looking at me!
But you're presenting. Oh, you're presenting, huh?
Oh, no.
You don't have to stare straight into my soul, though.
I would say don't ruin this wholesome game, but that's not true. None of that's true.
She takes a moment to compose herself. Anyway, the poem is called Jump. Natsuki takes a breath. While her voice is unenthusiastic, the poem has a surprising amount of energy to it.
Well, it's called Jump. I hope it does.
The rhymes tie into each other seamlessly, creating a flow that moves the poem along at a brisk pace.
Like jumping up and down while she's singing.
I would love it.
The words seem to bounce up and down with the rhythm, seemingly make the poem come to life.
Oh my gosh, they're really feeding into it.
It's Natsuki's signature style, and it works exceptionally well when read out loud. She quickly finishes and huffs as she makes her way back to her seat while we applaud her.
That wasn't so bad, was it?
She stares at her poem blankly for a second before replying. Easy for you to say. You'd better not make me do that again.
Well, that's what we're going to be doing at the festival, so... Do you at least feel confident enough to do it in front of a crowd?
I guess. Not like there's any other choice. And I guess it'll be easier doing it in front of other people. I can just put on whatever face I want with strangers. I don't care about what they think of me.
I'm really curious how they're gonna draw this, by the way.
But when it's just my friends.
Are we gonna get to actually see like a crowd of heads? Or is it gonna be just like the podium?
I don't know.
It's like a black background.
Oh, you'll see.
Oh, I forgot you already saw this.
It's just embarrassing. But I still hate the idea that we have to perform.
I keep waiting for the other shoe to drop this whole time, you know what I mean?
What do you mean?
Everything's pretty normal still up to this point, and I'm just like, when's it gonna get weird? You know what I mean? I'm like waiting for that.
She mutters that last sentence under her breath. The others probably didn't even hear it. I knew Natsuki was stubborn, but this is a whole other level. However, it does look like she's going along with the idea of performing for the festival. Well, at least for now, since she's basically outvoted and can't come up with another idea anyway.
Really? That's a surprise. For me, it's the other way around. Having all those people looking at you, judging you...
Makes me want to hang myself!
Ooh, wah! I don't like to think about it.
I can relate to that.
Yuri murmurs quietly.
The thought of so many eyes observing your every move all at once.
She trails off, shaking her head. Well, that's just how it is, so... Natsuki sighs in frustration.
Well, I guess in that case, you won't have much to worry about for the festival. Speaking of which, I want to thank all of you for performing. I can't talk.
You glitched out.
It might be difficult, but now that we have a general idea of what it'll be like, we'll be able to prepare ourselves. Make sure you pick out a poem and show it to me by tomorrow, okay? I'll need to know so I can make the pamphlets over the weekend.
I should probably find a different poem to recite. I know you'd prefer it if we used our own poetry, but I'm probably going to pick a poem from a poet I like or something.
Whatever makes you feel comfortable, TCC. I'm already pleasantly surprised that you're putting all this effort into the club.
Low expectations, huh?
More like any effort put in makes me happy in general.
Ah, perfect girlfriend.
Oh my gosh.
Monica smiles at me and then turns to smile at everyone else.
That goes for everyone here. Thanks for going along with these last-minute plans. Anyway, I think that about does it for today. Let's still try and write poems for tomorrow, okay? I know the festival's coming up, but it's been working out nicely the past few days, and I'd like it to continue. It's so hard to, like, stay in the one voice.
You're doing a great job.
Tomorrow we'll finalize who's doing what for the festival, and then we'll have the weekend to prepare. Remember, we have till Monday. It'll be so much fun. I can't wait.
We all stand up, packing away our things. However, Monica's voice stops us.
Oh, and guys.
Don't forget, I own you.
This is my world.
She pauses, twirling a strand of hair in her hand.
This club truly does mean so much to me, and I really appreciate what you're willing to do for it.
Oh boy, you guys.
You guys are the best.
In typical fashion, Natsuki just rolls her eyes. Yuri smiles timidly while Sayori wears a hearty smile. Ugh, let's just get it over with. I hope we don't regret this.
That's okay, Monica. Nothing to thank us for. I really appreciate what you made for us. You are the god of this world.
I can't help but catch Yuri muttering under her breath after she says this.
I feel like Yuri is kind of like, knows what's going on. I can do this. I can do this.
Yeah, I love it here. We'll get to spread this cozy little place to other people.
Yeah, it's all good, Monica. Alright. I stand up and grab my bag. Then I grab my suit and my suitcase.
My suit and tie.
Well, I'm certainly not as enthusiastic as Monica or Sayori about the festival. If I can pull that little daydream stunt again, I think I'll be alright. It's for the sake of the club. Not to mention impressing the girls. The real motivation.
Go
The real
Royals!
girls.
Once I'm fully packed up, I walk over to Sayori. Ready to go?
Yup.
I'm worried if we don't walk her home, she just will get lost.
Jeez, don't you ever get tired of always walking home with TCC, Sayori?
Natsuki, you have ticked me off so bad this episode. I don't even want to hear another word from you.
Hey, what's that supposed to mean?
Oh, don't mind her. You guys are more adorable than anything.
Alright. No need to make such a big deal about it.
It must be a little nice, though. Of course, he doesn't feed you chocolate, does he? Well, come all you want, Sayori, but
Oh, man.
I got my dibs on you, man.
Yeah, I guess. Jeez, Rick.
Oh, jeez.
Let's just go already, Sayori.
Run.
Okay.
Guys, come back next time.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.